Hi there, I'm Pete DeVasto, and I work at Adobe Systems. I'm a quality engineer working in the area of accessibility, and I happen to be totally blind. What I'd like to do in the next couple of minutes is to show you how easy it is to open and read a PDF document using the special programs I need to use. So let's open up this document.
Alt F, menu, file, 1, menu bar, leaving menu bar. Global Corp graphic page has 24 headings and 12 links. Graphic Global Corp heading level 3D. Global Corp.
What I would normally do when I get into a document for this first time, I go up to the top, and now I can have my screen reader read the first part of it just so I can get a sense of what's going on.
1 underline statement of work underline final 2.pdf heading level 1 statement of work for local heading level 1 Meridian Conference heading level 1 promotion program graphic presented by Global Corp. The following is a statement of work to be performed by Global Corp on behalf of local for the city of Meridian Conference left parent left quote conference right quote right parent. Heading
Boy, this sure sounds like a long legal document. But because I was told that there are a bunch of headings, that means I can skim through the document, look at each heading, and decide where I want to go in the document right away without having to sit here and listen to the whole thing.
Presented by Global Corp Graphic, Meridian Conference Promotion Program: 1. Headings list view, Meridian Conference Promotion Program: 1, 2 of 24.
So now I'm on a list of headings, and what I can do here is scroll down this list until I find something of interest. So I'll do that by pressing down arrow.
I. Local Needs Assessment: 2. A. Background: 3. B. Goals: 3. 2. Services: 2. A. Database Best Practices: 3. 1. Analytics: 4.
This sounds like something I'd like to take a look at. So now I can press enter.
Enter. 1. Analytics heading level 4.
And then I can use a key to read the text of this topic.
Heading level 4:1. Analytics Global Corp will deliver to local a detailed report showing the distribution of the database by contact type and interests. With this reporting, Global Corp will be able to deliver messaging to present the value of the conference based on each prospect's interests. Our report will detail list of 4 items bullet the total.
So I have a list of items here. And if I wanted to skim through this list, I have a way of very easily doing that from the keyboard.
Bullet the total number of contacts in the database.
I can read it an item at a time, or I can read it one line at a time.
Lang. Bullet data on the types of contacts in the database, including Lang. List of 2 items nesting level 1.
Now I see that they've put in a list, a sublist of items that are included in this topic, and I can navigate.
O personal interest demographics. O business interest demographics. Lang list and nesting level 1.
And now it tells me that I'm at the end of this list, and I can navigate through either having it read continuously to me, or I can read an item at a time, a paragraph at a time, even a word at a time if I want. So now that I've gone through this, the next thing I want to find out, since this is a statement of work, I'd like to know what it's going to cost me. And I could go back to the list of headings to see if there is a heading that talks about pricing, but usually information like this is displayed in a table, and screen readers have a very quick way of getting to tables. So let's try and see if we can find a table that might have this information.
Table with 5 columns and 17 rows. Column 1, row 1, description.
Well, this certainly sounds like it could be what I want. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to read across the top row and see what other columns are there.
Column 1, row 1, description. Quantity, column 2. Unit, column 3. Rate, column 4. Amount, column 5. End of row, amount.
So those are the 5 columns in the table. So now I'm going to go back to the first column of the table.
Description, column 1,
and going
row
to start
1.
moving down the table to see the kinds of information I have. So the first row is
Outbound event promotion, row 2. Quantity, 1500, column 2. Unit hours, column 3. Rate, $25, column 4, amount $37500, column 5.
So you can see that it's telling me quite a bit of information, very useful information. I know that we're talking about 1,500 hours. The rate's going to be $25 an hour, and the price is going to be $37,000. Okay, now I'm going to move down to the next row. I'm still in the total amount field, but you'll notice that I'm going to hear what the description of the next item is right away.
Program management, $5,400, row 3. Rate, $40, column 4. Unit, hours, column 3. Quantity, 135, column 2.
So you can see that the screen reader is telling me exactly what column I'm in. I know the description of the item I'm working on, and if I move down to the next row,
data management, 100, row 4.
I can remember what the column I'm in, but I also hear the description of the new item. And actually, if I didn't happen to remember the column heading, there is another keystroke that will tell me all of the information.
Column 2, row 4, quantity data management, 100.
So it's quantity data management. It reads both the column heading and the row heading. So you can see that table navigation is very easy. Reading a paragraph at a time is very easy. The screen reader can actually read the whole document to you, and you can just sit back and listen to it, or you have complete control over how you want to move through the document, complete with headings, lists, and tables.